Let's grow together, you and me. It's the digitally integrated art lab. Let's see. Can you feel the vibe? Group, we feel it. Oh yeah. Building dreams worldwide. Group, we're building. Oh yeah. Got AI tools at your fingertips. Learn to market, design and script. From Canva tricks to Etsy flair, DCT takes you everywhere. Who's ready to thrive? Group, we're ready. Oh yeah. Let's bring our goals alive. We'll do it. Oh yeah. DCT, where the magic starts. Turning passions into works of art. Empowered minds, success in sight. We're shining bright all day, all night. Who's got the mindset strong? Group, we got it. Oh yeah. Who's been dreaming all along? Group, we dreamed it. Oh yeah. Time to soar, don't wait too long. We're flying. Oh yeah. Live shifts every Friday night, answering questions, keeping it tight. Community strong, we all belong. Here in DCT, we can't go wrong. Who's here to create? Group, we're here now. Oh yeah. Let's innovate, collaborate together. Oh yeah. DCT, it's the place to be for digipreneurs just like you and me. Lift your voice, let's shout and sing. At DCT we do big things. Welcome to DCT, where creativity sets you free. Let's grow together, you and me. It's the digitally integrated art lab. Let's see. Can you feel the vibe? Group, we feel it. Oh yeah. Building dreams worldwide. Group, we're building. Oh yeah. Got AI tools at your fingertips. Learn to market, design and script. From Canva tricks to Etsy flair, DCT takes you everywhere. Who's ready to thrive? Group, we're ready. Oh yeah. Let's bring our goals alive. We'll do it. Oh yeah. DCT, where the magic starts. Turning passions into works of art. Empowered minds, success in sight. We're shining bright all day, all night. Who's got the mindset strong? Group, we got it. Oh yeah. Who's been dreaming all along? Group, we dreamed it. Oh yeah. Time to soar, don't wait too long. We're flying. Oh yeah. Live shifts every Friday night, answering questions, keeping it tight. Community strong, we all belong. Here in DCT, we can't go wrong. Who's here to create? Group, we're here now. Oh yeah. Let's innovate, collaborate together. Oh yeah. DCT, it's the place to be for digipreneurs just like you and me. Lift your voice, let's shout and sing. At DCT we do big things.
All right, welcome everybody. It is March 31st, 2025. And I am here to talk to you guys about turning your story into your digital download product. I know a lot of you are trying to figure out how to create digital download products. You see AI is doing its thing, and you're like, look, I want in on this thing. I want in on this thing because maybe you're like me, somebody that's 40 and over, and you remember when the internet was turned on. So you remember what it was like back then when things got started. And you also know that there are things that simply exist because the internet exists. Like right now, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all of these platforms exist solely because the internet exists. And there are going to be a lot of businesses that exist because AI exists. That's it. That's all. All right. So I want to do a check in with you guys to make sure you're doing okay over here on YouTube and on Facebook. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. Give me between a 1 and a 5, 5 being great, 1 not being so great. Those of you that are 3s, 4s, and 5s, go back to your 2s and 3s and or 1s and 2s and encourage them um, into feeling better. Let them know they are not a sum of the thing that they're going through right now. It is just something they're going through right now, and with the grace of God, they will come through it. So trust and believe in where you are right now. So as for me, I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely fantastic because I'm about to talk to you about the legacy blueprint, right? How to package your wisdom and create digital products that matter. Now, DCT, we went over this on Sunday, right? But I added some extra stuff to it. All right. So we're going to go over this again because your story could be exactly the thing that you need to build a legacy, right? A lot of us are focused on being viral, going viral, right? And going viral, you're worried about follow counts, like counts, you're worried about all of those things. But one of the things I want us to do is to focus on building a legacy and not building a platform of likes. A legacy can expand past your lifetime and lifetimes to come. So we want to focus on building a legacy in this digital download space. And we can use AI as our tool to help us bring everything to light. All right. Now, those of you that are using AI, don't be discouraged when you hear someone or when someone challenges your use of AI. That is for them to have to deal with. It is not for you to try to make them understand why you feel the way that you feel about AI. And it's also not your responsibility to change their mind about how they feel about AI. All right. That is solely theirs to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's get into this right away. Make sure you guys are sharing this out. You're liking it. You're leaving comments. You're subscribing to the channel so that way you can get the notifications for when I go live again. I am no longer going live like this on TikTok. Instead, I'm just doing random conversations on TikTok. My lives like this right now will be streamed on Facebook and on YouTube. The replays will only be available on YouTube. They will not be available here on Facebook. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Chrome tab. There we go. All right. So let me do this. There we go. I'm back in business. I can see everything. All right. Let me go ahead and remove this so you guys can see it. All right. So here we go. The legacy blueprint. How to package your wisdom and create digital products that matter. So, congratulations. If you are reading this, it means you're ready to stop scrolling, stop doubting, and start turning your hard won wisdom into something that actually matters. Not just another ebook no one reads, but a legacy, a digital product that captures your story, serves your people, and bonus, makes you some well earned cash. Why your story is your superpower, your unique journey. You survived things. You've learned a lot of things. You have a lot of lessons learned. You've picked yourself up on more times than you can count. That's not just life experience, that's a gold mine. The good, the bad, and the what the heck was that? Y'all know how I read it last night, right? It's all shaped you. Now it's time to use it. And why? Because your story helps others. And here's the kicker: your story isn't just for you, it's not. Sometimes you're being used as an example to help someone else, right? Your story doesn't just belong to you, all right? It's a roadmap for someone else. Someone stuck where you used to be, desperately searching for a way through that thing, right? Single mothers, working these jobs where you have horrible people on a job, surviving loss like nobody's business. How? Someone needs what you learned. Someone needs to know how to get to the other side of that thing. They need the roadmap that you built for yourself. They can't Google that. They can't ChatGPT their way into that. No, no AI can give the blueprint a real person can give. AI is a tool, right? You are the value, and AI is only as valuable as its users' content. All right? Keep that in mind. All right? Your wisdom is their shortcut. So, the legacy goal: make money and make an impact. We're not worried about likes, we're not worried about follows, right? Those will be a byproduct of us making an impact. We're not going to go into this space begging for money or being desperate. No, we're going to go into this space, whatever space you go into, it's up to you, with the intention of making an impact. And we're going to understand that money is the byproduct of that impact. All right. The legacy goal: make money, make an impact, create a lasting legacy for generations to come. One of the things that I know, and I know what I know, what I know. All right. And I also know favor ain't fair. And I've been in this for a little bit of time. It'll be almost 10 years. It was almost 10 years being in this digital download space. One of the things that I know is that I am teaching my children to be forward thinkers. And with them being forward thinkers and also trusting their creativity, what I'm going to leave for them, they'll be able to eat off of for lifetimes to come. Their children, their children's children. And it's not just in the digital product, it's in the fact that I showed up for myself. I'm going to say that one more time for those of y'all in the back that may be getting your seats right now. They'll be able to eat off my creativity for life, for lifetimes. And even if they don't have access to the digital download products, they do know that I never gave up on myself, that I did it in spite. I did it in spite of being a veteran with PTSD. I did it in spite of my father choosing to walk out. I did it in spite of all of these things, right? I didn't allow the pain from my past to lead me into my future. I own the pain. The past doesn't own the pain, which means that I can choose in how I reframe the way that I think about the past. It's a choice. It's a choice. And once you get that under your head wrap, put that in your back pocket, put it under your wave cap, you'll understand this one thing: you don't have to beg for equality. You're already worth more than your weight in gold. But you have to believe in that for yourself, and you have to show up consistently for yourself, even when it doesn't feel good. That is the legacy you want to leave with your children. You don't want to leave a legacy of fear. You don't want to leave a legacy of, I wish I would have, but now I can't because physically I can't. Back in the day, it was a choice. I said I wouldn't, and I didn't. But now I see that I could have, because hindsight is you already know. All right. So here's the deal: we're not chasing viral fame. No endless likes or followers required. We don't have to feed the engine. We can let the engine feed us. Don't chase the algorithm. Let the algorithm chase you by providing value and not just what you see everybody else doing. This is about building a purpose-driven business, one that leaves a mark and keeps the cash flowing. And on top of that, you're creating a legacy your family will be proud of. Imagine your great grandkids learning from your words. They can hear you because you decided to use your voice in a live. You decided to show your face in a live. You decided to capture content instead of hiding behind avatars. This is about creating legacy and not about trying to appeal to someone who may not think we're beautiful enough to be on their screen. No, this ain't about them. The people that get it will get it. The people that don't, they don't matter. All right. So, yeah, that's the kind of lasting impact I'm talking about right now. And if that scares you, good. Very good. So, step one, unearth your story. Release your story. Stop hiding behind your story. Stop fearing your story. You did not make it through this thing to hide the fact that you made it through in order to make other people feel comfortable with your truth. Your truth is your truth is your truth, right? You learn from it, you grow from it, you teach from it. Be the storyteller. Share your authentic experiences. Be the hero of your own story. Embrace your journey. And guess what? You can use AI as your coach. Never in history have we been able to do this. I'm from a time where you had to beg for, you had to beg to be able to use somebody else's platform. You had to walk your art door to door, asking people to look at it and asking people if they liked it. But because it featured a Black person, then no, it wasn't worth it, right? Those days are long gone. Right now we have social media. Social media is free. And how dare you, those of you, those Gen X people, those baby boomers, how dare you be afraid to use this thing when once you were silenced? So now you're choosing to silence yourself again because you think you're too old. You don't think you look right. How dare you? There was a time when where you couldn't even share your voice. Now you can do it for free anytime you feel like it. All right? To get started, you're going to need a little help. And lucky for you, AI isn't just for writing awkward LinkedIn posts. Meet ChatGPT, your digital storytelling coach. And guess what? You get to be both the storyteller and the hero. All right. So it's Daria. They said, I remember a time when having a computer at home was a rarity. I remember going to the library. I have zero excuses, right? We remember when having a computer was a luxury beyond understanding. Now we have a computer in our phones and we don't leave the house without our phone. So how dare you? You literally have a tool in the palm of your hands that can help you change your financial outlook and not be dependent on this government because somebody needs your story, but you're afraid of your story. So you say nothing. You say nothing. Meanwhile, you're watching other people doing a thing that you know you can do and saying to yourself, oh, I know I can do better. And guess what? Even if you're watching me, you can do better than me. You can do better than anybody you see on this social media platform, any social media platform. But first you got to start. First you got to start. So you got to get out your own way. So this is the prompt that will change everything for you. All right. DCT, fundamentals, you guys already have it. Those of you that want access to it, I'm going to put this up really quickly and then take it down. All right. So if you want access, let's do it this way. There we go. Excuse me. If you want access to this presentation that includes these prompts, scan this QR code. Scan this QR code. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take it down. So the very first thing that you want to do is copy this, paste it into ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini. Where you see ChatGPT, I need help, just take out ChatGPT, drop it into whatever AI generator you use. I couldn't care less, just use one. Find one, use it, figure it out. Don't be afraid of this and don't think you need to learn Gemini. Don't think you need to learn a ChatGPT. Don't think you need to learn all the AI tools you see other people using. Learn the one that you are most in alignment with. The one where the user interface appeals to you. The one that makes you feel like you can do what it is you want to do. Use those AI tools. All right. My tool of choice is ChatGPT because I've been on it since it's been out. All right. So the prompt reads, ChatGPT, I need your help. Act as an expert storytelling coach. Your mission is to help me capture my story, the real lived experiences that shaped me, so I can use it to inspire and create digital download products that offer solutions to someone else's pain point. I'm over 40, and I know my wisdom can help others, but I need your guidance to bring my story to life. Here's how you can help. Take on the role of a witty, no nonsense storytelling coach who knows how to dig deep and ask the right questions. Yeah, you're going to put all this in ChatGPT. Long gone are the days where you just say, "Help me tell a story and make some money." Now we gonna make this. We're gonna we are going to make this thing work for us. All right. Be encouraging, direct, and maybe even a little sarcastic when it fits. This takes out the whole boring dryness of AI. Make me laugh, make me think, and most importantly, make me honest. Ask me up to 5 questions, one at a time, to uncover the moments, lessons, and experiences that shaped who I am today. After I respond, acknowledge my input with thoughtful feedback before moving to the next question. Encourage me, challenge me, and celebrate my reflections. Provide 3 detailed examples with each question to help me think deeper and respond authentically. These examples should feel relatable, like stories of people who've been through something similar. Once we've completed the questions, write my story using a sarcastic, witty, highly engaging, inspirational, and motivational tone. I want it to feel like a conversation with an old friend who knows how to turn the messiest parts of life into the best lessons. So this ChatGPT prompt can help pull your story out of you. All right, but we don't stop there. Nope. So step 2, spot the gold in your story. Read your story carefully. Look for the moments that shaped you most significantly. Highlight key themes. Identify patterns and lessons that emerge from your experiences. Notice emotional responses. Pay attention to parts that stir feelings. They're valuable. Document your insights. Write down the hard earned wisdom you discovered. Now that ChatGPT has done its magic, read your story. Highlight the themes that stand out. Was there a time when you figured something out the hard way? A lesson that flipped your perspective? A moment when you realized you had something valuable to share? Pro tip, if a part of your story makes you feel something, even if it's just a little sting, that's gold. So that thing that you're afraid of, if it makes you feel some type of way, that's what you need to that's what you need to be talking about. Write it down. Step 3, find the people who need your wisdom. Every one of us will deal with people who don't like us simply because we're occupying this space and time. They're going to figure out a way why, they're going to figure out a reason why not to like us, right? But we're not creating for those people. We're creating for our people. We're going to find the people who need our wisdom, right? We're going to tap into past struggles. Who is going through what I went through? Those midnight questions. What questions would they ask their search bar at 2 a.m.? Somebody, I'm going to call it 2 a.m., April 1st, April Fool's Day. It's tomorrow. Somebody's going to be in a search engine. I don't know what search engine, a YouTube. They're going to be on Google. I don't know. 2 o'clock in the morning asking, how do I X, Y, and Z? Meanwhile, you've already X, Y, and Z, and you've gone through that thing. They need your story. All right. Your audience, that's who you're serving. Speak directly to them. Game changing advice. What advice would have changed everything for you back then? I know for me, one thing that would have changed everything for me if I understood that I was not a sum of my father's choice to abandon me. Y'all heard what I said. I thought I was that. I wasn't enough. I couldn't be loved. Something had to be wrong with me, right? So I'm sharing these things to let you guys know that I ain't for the fluff. I'm for the real. All right. Not everyone will be your people, and that's a good thing. Your perfect audience is likely stuck in a version of the struggle you conquered. So ask yourself, what are you going to do? Turn your story into a product. That's what you're going to do. You're going to create a guidebook, teach what you learned step by step. You're going to conduct a workshop with your camera on using your own voice. You're going to walk people through the same breakthrough you experienced the best way you know how. Bring the ums, ands, I don't knows, the stutters, the lisps, bring them all. Just simply show up as yourself. You're going to create a low ticket item. You're going to create a journal with journal prompts to help them go from section to section to section or day to day to day in order to become a better version of themselves than when they went into the journal. You're going to create a course. You're not going to be at that course. You're going to pre-record that course. You're going to put that course up, and you're going to share your words. You're going to share your story, and you're going to help other people through it. So you can create a guidebook that leads to a journal that leads to a course that leads to a workshop. All right. So here's where the magic happens. Your legacy product could be just whatever you want it to be, with no fluff, just the wisdom that got you through and will get them through too. So step 5, build the blueprint. Your story. Start with your defining moment. Why does your voice matter? The problem. What pain point are you addressing? Your solution. How did you solve it? What tools, steps, or mindset shifts helped you? The transformation. Where will your audience end up when they follow your guidance? And the next steps. What should they do now? Your legacy deserves structure. Read that one more time. Your legacy deserves structure, especially in this space and time where they're trying to erase a lot of history because it makes them uncomfortable, right? We're not here to make people comfortable. We're here to live our human experience because God saw it so. So if my existence makes you uncomfortable, then baby, you're just going to be uncomfortable because I'm not going anywhere. And one of the things that I know, even if I'm not here, my legacy is going to live on. You can't erase that. And when they try to erase that and you share your information with your family, it's impossible. Just your legacy needs you to show up for yourself, especially now. So pass it on. This isn't just about your customers. This is about legacy. Document the stories your kids, grandkids, and future generations will want to know. Imagine them reading about your resilience, grit, and wisdom. Imagine them having one of your guidebooks and them having a question and them being able to talk directly to you because guess what? You created that guidebook. So now your child, your grandchild, your great grandchild can go back to your words and learn from what you had to teach. It's not just a product, it's a permanent part of your family's story. So I hope I was able to reframe the way that you enter this space. When you have an end goal in mind, it makes it easier to be able to accomplish that thing. But if you're stuck in your head, you're stuck in your own way, you're always, I'll do it tomorrow, then you're doing your legacy a disservice. You're doing your great grandchildren a disservice. You're doing your great great grandchildren a disservice. I don't care if you are 60, 70, 80 years old. I have a grandmother who will be 101 in June, and she's putting on her shoes to go to a conference in May or June. I can't as she's I'm a little girl. This is to her. I'm such a young girl. I cannot not show up for myself. I have a 101-year-old person who is still getting up and walking around. I can't do that. I can't. I can't. And you can't either. All right. Because you know me, you know her. So you can't either. All right. So ready to start? Talk to ChatGPT. Use the prompt and let the words flow. Transform your wisdom. Turn your story into digital products. Change lives, starting with your own. Build your legacy. Create something that lasts beyond you. Your story is waiting. Your people are waiting. And hey, your bank account probably wouldn't mind a little action either. I know your bank account needs some more commas in it. Y'all go ahead in this chat and give me some commas. And guess what we ain't gonna do? We ain't gonna put nobody behind closed doors and lock the doors on them in order for them and force them to buy something from us. If you know, you know. What we're going to do is create value that makes a person see the value in what we're offering. So give me some commas in the chat because I know y'all want some more commas in them bank accounts. At least four. You want at least one comma in there, right? One comma in there. You want the 1,00, the 10,000, the 100,000, the 1,000,000, right? And on and on and on. So here's a prompt bonus. Prompt bonus. Now that you have found your story, now we're going to tie this all together. You're going to find your niche based on your story. Your niche is you. So this prompt here says, ChatGPT, I need your help. Act as an expert niche clarity coach. I've just shared my story and now I need to uncover the best niche for me to focus on. My goal is to turn my lived experiences and wisdom into digital download products that offer real solutions to someone else's pain points. Here's how you can help. Ask me up to 3 follow-up questions, one at a time, to help me uncover my niche based on my story. Analyze my story and identify common themes, lessons, and challenges. Help me pinpoint the specific audience that would benefit from my insights. Think about people going through similar experiences or those trying to avoid the mistakes I've made. Suggest 3 potential niches that align with my story, skills, and passions. For each niche, explain why it's a good fit and how I could serve the audience. Provide examples of digital download products I could create within each niche, like workbooks, guides, templates, or digital art. Offer feedback on which niche seems the most aligned with my values, goals, and expertise. Let's get started. What stands out to you from my story that could guide me toward my niche? Got you there. Also got you here. All right. Find your target audience based on your story. ChatGPT, you need to know who you're talking to, right? So ChatGPT, I need your help. I told you this, the AI, there's no reason why anybody should be trying to use AI as your coach. And if you don't know how to use AI as your coach, it's just simply because you don't know what to say to it. But there are people like me, a whole bunch of people who know how to speak to these AI tools and get the results that you're looking for. But you need to find yourself a community, a like-minded community. All right. So, ChatGPT, I need your help. Act as an expert, audience clarity coach. I've just shared my story, and now I need your help identifying my target audience. My goal is to turn my experiences and insights into digital download products that solve real problems for people who need them. Here's how you can help. Analyze my story to identify the main struggles, breakthroughs, and lessons I've experienced. Ask me up to 3 follow-up questions, one at a time, to help me discover who my target audience is based on my story and niche. Based on that, describe the kind of people who would resonate with my story and benefit from my solutions. Consider their age, lifestyle, values, and the specific challenges they might be facing. Provide a clear target audience profile that includes demographics, interests, and behaviors. Suggest 3 audience segments I could focus on and explain why they would connect with my story. Offer insights into where I might find my audience online, including the platforms they use and the types of content they engage with. Help me understand their pain points and desires so I can speak directly to them in a way that builds trust and connection. When you're ready, tell me who you think my audience might be and why. Let's find the people I'm meant to serve. That ain't the only prompt, y'all. Because now you got your story, you got your niche, you got your target audience. What's next? You're going to find your USP, your unique selling proposition. The next thing you're going to do, what's next, is you're going to turn it into a digital product strategist. Then, so the whole foundation of everything, the foundation of your business and brand, the goal of finding your story and tying it to your niche, target audience, and USP is to create a purpose driven, authentic business that resonates with the people you're meant to serve. Here's why it matters: clarity and confidence. Your story reveals the experiences and lessons that shaped you. When you align that with your niche, target audience, and USP, you gain clarity on how you can genuinely help others. Confidence comes from knowing that your products and messaging are grounded in something real and meaningful. Building connection and trust. People resonate with authenticity. When your audience sees that you've faced and overcome challenges similar to theirs, they trust you as a guide. Sharing your story builds a personal connection, making your brand relatable and memorable. You're solving real problems. By understanding your own story and understanding how it shaped your expertise, you can identify the specific problems you are uniquely equipped to solve. Your products will address genuine pain points, offering actionable solutions that your audience needs. Standing out in your market, your story, perspective, and lessons create a USP that sets you apart from others in your niche. Instead of competing on price or features, you're offering something no one else can: your lived experience and insight. You're the value, not the features of your product, not how many prompts you can give to somebody. No, your lived experience and insight are the value. Those of you, because they Ooh, slow down, divine downloads. I know y'all want to come. All right. So, one of the things that I know is there are people still on the face of this planet that lived through segregation, that lived through being bused into schools, that lived through even more chaotic times than this. You got a story. How did y'all make it through that? Tell us. How did you make it through that? How did you make it through it? Tell us. All right. So, sustainable motivation and purpose. When your business is rooted in your story and personal growth, it fuels long term motivation. You're not just selling products, you're making an impact. The purpose driven approach leads to deeper fulfillment and more meaningful success. In short, your story becomes, say, little laugh equals divine download. Get ready. In short, your story becomes your business foundation. It guides your product ideas, messaging, and brand presence. And because it's authentically you, no one else can replicate it. Those of you that are worried about people stealing from you, nobody can be you better than you. Nobody. Nobody. Not a soul. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and see if anybody has any questions. Any questions? Any questions? So, one of the things that I do when I get these divine downloads, they make me laugh. And the reason why they make me laugh is because they come right in the middle of me saying something. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those divine downloads that wake you up out of your sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're trying to figure out where did that come from. And it keeps waking you up. Those are divine downloads. Those are divine downloads. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hide this and then let's go back to the legacy blueprint. And I am going to put back up here on the screen the QR code to give you guys a chance to get the bigger one. There we go. So while we're letting people scan this thing, take a minute. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer those questions. All right. So while you have me here, ask your questions. Are there any questions? Let me go through here. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for all your hard work. You said this is good. I'm tired of chasing the algorithm. The reason why I say don't chase the algorithm is because the algorithm changes so much. It changes so much that if you have if you're building your content based on being solutions to other people's problems, you won't have to worry about the algorithm. These dances, these songs, people chasing likes and follows, wanting to get paid by TikTok and Facebook and those different things like that. That's great. Those things are absolutely great, right? But if you're tired of chasing the algorithm and you want to build something, build from a space of solutions. All right? Build from a space of solutions. Could I ask the chat to fill out based upon what it already knows about me? You could. You could. But I would answer the questions because you don't know where it's going to take you to. I would have it ask me the questions and I would answer the questions. All right? Now, nope, no questions. No questions, Janice. Nobody had no questions. All right, so I'm gonna go back. All right, to the first page. All right, so one of the things that you can do once you have access to this guide is you can literally upload it into ChatGPT and use it as knowledge. You said, as a person with memory issues, this seems a bit overwhelming. How can I really do this? So one of the things that you can do is first honor where you are. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm a person that lives with PTSD and my short-term memory is shot. It's shot. So one of the things that I make sure I do is journal and document information and take it one day at a time. So I get the memory issue. I get PTSD. I get depression. I get fear of failure. I get being born a Black woman in this world, right? My past is a bit too traumatizing. I understand that. I believe me, I understand that too. And for some of us, it's hard. It's really hard. And when you seek help, one of the things that I learned how to do, because mine is so traumatizing that there's no way for me to get over anything. And I know people are quick to say, get over this, get over that, right? But for some of us, that's not possible. So what did my therapist have me do? She had me practice something called radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. And with radical acceptance, I simply see the issue as something that happened that I cannot change. And if I could, would I want to change it? Because then what she did next was made me focus on gratitude. So if I could walk back all the things that happened to me, would I be willing to walk those things back in exchange for the possibility of not having my twins, my Ebony, my husband, my mother, my sister, my family from my husband's side, all the experiences I've had in life, right? So she also made me real. And no, that wasn't her. This was wise counsel. This is the 101-year-old. She asked me one day, she does heart checks with me, and she doesn't expect me to answer these questions. She just throws out a real hard question and just sits and looks at me. And then we ain't got to talk about it. Let's go back to watching CNN and see what this crazy guy's doing, right? But she asked me, she said, if you could have a relationship with anybody that has hurt you really badly, that's supposed to have close proximity to you, would you be willing to go back to change those things? But before you answer that question, I want you to be here right now. Just go ahead and collect everything you're grateful for. Think about where you are right now, right? Would you be willing to go back in time in order to fix that thing that you experience? All right. And my answer to that was no. But let me tell y'all something. It took decades to get here. So show yourself some grace because I get it. All right. My question is, why are there only 20? Oh, my question is, and this is on YouTube. All right. She said, my question is, why are there only 26 likes for this valuable info? Because those are the 26 people that get it. I don't expect everybody to get it. When I go live, I have the expectation of only reaching one person, even if that person is a prior version of myself. People, I'm not chasing likes. I'm not chasing, I don't need anybody to like me. I just need to be able to heal from my own trauma. And this is one of the ways that I do it. I need to be a living example for my children. And this is one of the ways that I do it. I need to teach my children to be forward thinkers. And this is one of the ways that I do it. I need to even demonstrate to other family members that although you want me to remain the same person that I was before I joined the military, I was very turned to a very different person in the military. That person no longer exists. Not for you. You don't have access to that person. You didn't appreciate that person. The only person that has access to the prior version of me, my mother, and my sister. Nobody else gets access to that space. All right. They're only people I trusted with. Okay. So 26 likes, that's 25 more than what I expected. All right. So, like I said, I want to be a living example of not chasing the algorithm, because the algorithm isn't here to serve you. The algorithm is here to feed itself and feed the pockets of the creators. All right. All right. You said the military made you worse. Yeah, that's possible too. That's possible too. Especially when you are trying to get your benefits and they watched your records and they said you weren't on a deployment, and at every turn that you go through they say you weren't there. You experience some horrible things, the gaslighting, the mistreatment, simply because you were born a Black woman. Going through, I get what the military can do to you, but I also learned from therapy and wise counsel. I learned how to reframe the way that I think about those things, so I'm no longer a victim to those things. And I also learned this, and this was a really hard one for me, and this might step on some toes. And I guess it's just the type of therapist I've had and wise counsel I've had, because they do step on toes. But some of us are still being victimized by people who are laying peacefully in their grave. And when somebody told me that about knocked me upside my head. Like, what? Some of us are still being victimized by people who are laying peacefully in their beds, in their graves. Still fighting them. Still fighting them. And you don't have to. And what if I told you don't even have to get over things? Because that's one of the hardest things for people. I can't get over that. So one of the things, that's what I told my therapist. I can't get over that. I just can't. No. And when people say get over stuff, that's one of the triggers for me. I can't really, because getting over it, I can't get over a version of myself that will always remain with me. If anything, I got to learn how to love that version of myself. I have to show that version of myself some grace. I have to reframe the way that I think about those things. All right. Yeah. He said, wow, we are fighting the folks that have gone on to glory. Yep. Yep. Real hard. Tia said, this is so amazing. On the brink of autism awareness, I sought for materials to share with siblings of autism. Since I am the younger sister of an autistic brother that's 47 years old, you have inspired me not only to tell my story, but also my mother's story. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. All right. Yeah. So your legacy is the blueprint. And I'm giving you guys the toolkit. I'm giving you the keys to uncovering your story so you can turn your story into a legacy that will live far beyond your lifetime and lifetimes to come. All right. If you want to continue to be a part of my community, then I'm going to put this up where you guys can become part of the DCT community, where we're helping people learn how to leverage the power of AI. Right now, we're 1,100 and some change strong. With that many people, it's funny to me that we have over 90% active people on the site. Over 90%. That's not normal. That's not normal. Because the one thing that we are is a community. We are a community of like-minded people who understand the value of what we bring to the table. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see. Let's see, replace the screen share, DCT fundamentals, also share video or sound. So I'm going to let you guys listen to or learn about DCT fundamentals. And yes, this is AI. Yes, this character is a version of me. She was created by Ty Daniels, and so was the video.
Hi, I'm Nia. Let me tell you about DCT, an AI Solutions for Creatives community. DCT is a straightforward program designed to help you build and scale your digital business. It cuts through the noise, offering clear, actionable steps and real tools you can use today. With DCT, you get practical guidance on using AI and digital tools to boost your creative projects. No hype, just honest support to help you grow your online presence. Check it out and see how DCT can streamline your journey to success.
All right, so that's our AI avatar. She started with a prompt. The video was created with the prompt. The chat was created with the prompt. All right, so this is what we teach in the community, right? So when we go into the community, you can see here people are very active. We got 2 people who are very, very active in the group because even school recognized them as being active in the school on the school platform. When we go over to discover communities, because I want to show you guys where we rank, we go to tech, come down here. There we are, right there. We're number 11 in tech. My background is as a design engineer, project manager, BICSI certified, BICSI, yes, telecommunications, project management certified, Marine Corps vet, Army vet. Background in design in the Marine Corps, where I was part of the design team for the United States Marine Corps Crucible. And anybody that knows the Marine Corps knows that nobody can become a Marine without going through the Crucible. And the reason why the Crucible in San Diego was constructed ahead of time, and this is where they wipe history, is because I have the commendation that says that I learned the program in order to make it happen. But they won't tell you anything about that. But I have the commendation and I tell my own story. I don't wait for somebody to tell my story. So with that said, I want you guys to know that I'm very serious about the space of technology. I've been in it for 3 decades. 3 decades, very long time. All right. So let's go back to here. So I'm going to go to the community. I'll go back. There we go. So when you go into our classroom, you can see here that we have an onboarding tool. We have marketing materials. We have other videos like this. We give the community access to the video so that way they can offer DCT to their audience. Yeah, you can resell access to DCT. We have accountability sessions. We have advanced AI learning solutions through DCT Accelerator, which is the next level from DCT fundamentals. We have mindset matters because we understand that mindset is the key. We have AI employees. So what's an AI employee, you may be asking? An AI employee is this is what we call them, and I'm going to get into it. So I'm going to go into one. Let me get into one. There we go. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you guys an example of an AI employee. So replace the share. All right. So say, for instance, you're great at generating art, And instead of offering prompt guides or instead of just offering prompt guides, you create something called a GPT, which is a robot. I call it a robot to help people understand it. So unlike the base model of ChatGPT, right? All right, I'll put it to you like this. ChatGPT is I don't know if I'm a car person. So I know those of you that may be car people, you may understand what I'm saying. So y'all know ChatGPT is a Cadillac to me. It's helping a lot of people. But when you add GPTs, that's a Broham, a 2025 Broham, if you know what a Cadillac Broham is. That's what this is. It takes you to the next level. So say, for instance, you wanted to help people create art. They don't know how to use ChatGPT. They don't know how to bring prompts in. And you can create something where they can push a button and create art just by pushing a button. Then what can they do with this art? They can sell the prompt. They can sell the art. They can teach people how to do the prompts. They can teach people what to do with the art, right? I'm going to refresh this, show you guys again. All right. For those of you that didn't see it, let's start a new chat. GPT 2025 Broham, Cadillac Broham. I want to create art, but I don't know what to say. Push a button. You create the art. There's the prompt. Here's the art. And you don't have to say or type anything. Then you can take the art, walk it over to Etsy, walk it over to Shopify, whatever site you want to walk it over to. All right. So this is one of the GPTs that's part of DCT Accelerator. Yeah, it's called the 92%. Mm-hmm. So what it does, it creates African American images of women with 92 on their shirt. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here and take you guys back to school. There we go. All right. So we do have Friday sessions. Everybody's invited, and we do live Q&A sessions on various AI things. We talk about affiliate marketing. Okay, let me go back to the AI chatbots. The AI chatbots are part of DCT Accelerator, and they're standalone. So if you don't want to be part of DCT Accelerator or DCT Fundamentals, but you want access to the DAO chatbots, it's a subscription. $27 a month, you get access to my library of DAO chatbots, and there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. All right. We talk beacons. We talk Canva. We have Sunday meetings because mindset is everything. And we just finished putting up the replay for this presentation. So the presentation that I'm talking to you guys about right now, they already have access to it. We talked about it yesterday. We talk about ChatGPT and DALL-E. So even more of the GPTs, a GPT that can help you with menopause. We have that type of GPT. We have a GPT that can help you take one prompt and turn it into 1 million prompts. We have all of that. All right. Drawing. We show you how to use art as a way to create art. Because what I'm finding with ChatGPT, the update in the art generator, is that it responds better to visuals than it does words. So you get better pictures. We got 11 Labs, voice cloning tool. We talk Etsy. I'm a top 1% seller over on Etsy, right? Made over 40,000 sales over on Etsy. So of course, I'm going to bring Etsy to the table for people. All right. So I'm just getting to it so you guys can see. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the screen share. And this is my Etsy shop right here. 44,000 sales, star seller, 5-star review, average review. You see me right here, same hairstyle with a hoodie on. This is just how I roll, right? So this is what I mean by you can sell the art that you create, wall art, clip art, t-shirt, hoodie designs, Canva frames, coloring books, mock-ups, bookmarks, everything, right? You can also sell the prompts that you create. I'm going to take you guys over to my website, Cocoa Twins, so you can see. Oh, okay. Y'all see this? All right, let me explain what y'all see here. This is the first time I'm seeing it too. So over on my website, cocotwins.com, the reason why you haven't seen any emails coming out from Cocoa Twins like you used to is because we've been flipping the shop, right? And we want to get to a good stopping point where we can show you guys what we have. So I guess I'm going to show you right now. So we offer prompt-based templates, not a book of 12,000 prompts, 10,000 prompts, 5,000 prompts. Nah, we offer you one prompt with instructions on how to turn it into multiple prompts. And these are the types of images that my 17-year-old twins created. Yeah, they work for my shop. My 26-year-old is a supervisor. My 17-year-olds, they create these base prompts. All right. Yeah. These are children that are doing this. And the one thing that my children know is that they'll always be able to eat off their creativity as long as they remain to be forward thinkers. These prompts are available on cocotwins.com. And grab these prompts. All right. So that's the website. So that's another thing that you could do with what you create. All right. Let me go back to DCT fundamentals. All right. So back in the classroom, we also talk Gamma, creating presentations, ideogram for creating art pictures. One of the things that I did in ideogram, if those of you that are part of DCT did not know, I gave you guys a bunch of prompts that you can copy and paste right into ideogram and create art like this. All right, this is part of DCT fundamentals. We also talk about, we do marketing, we talk Midjourney. Those of you that may not know what Midjourney is, let me introduce you to Midjourney. One of the things I want you guys to do is not try to do all the things you see me doing here. Instead, find something that you are in alignment with and do that thing. AI is so, it not only is it overwhelming in the number of AI tools we have, but it's also overwhelming to those of us who were once told we could never. But now we know we can. So now that the floodgates have opened up, we don't know what to do. We're stuck. Pick one thing. Pick one thing. All right. So I want to go over to this is how Midjourney creates art. Y'all see this? This is how Midjourney creates the art. And again, children. Children. All right. I'm going to go back to, let's see, replace screen share, classroom, share. So we talk Midjourney, and we have the best, two of the best, three of the best Midjourney users in DCT. We got Coach Regina, we got Coach Jaleel, and we got Miss Martine. You want to talk about some people that can make Midjourney do whatever we want it to do. Then we talk about Notebook LM. This is how you make AI podcasts. And the AI podcast, let's go to marketing materials, podcast files. I created these for the community.
So you're over 40.
Uh-huh.
Let's just say it.
Yeah.
You know you've got this mountain of creative experience and know.
So create podcasts where when people are making their offer of DCT to their target audience, they don't have to try to explain it to people. They have marketing materials like that. Very different than a lot of MRR resources or courses. All right. Notion for organization, Opus Clip for video editing. We talk Pinterest, PLR Vault, Runway, and Sora AI videos. Those of you that don't know what Sora is, let me go into ChatGPT. And I am going to go into Sora. Let me replace the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Sora. Let's see if it redirects to that page. All right. So Sora, videos. Look at that. These are all AI generated. I'm going to go. Who did that? Who did that? Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to my media. All right. So the AI art that you guys saw, the AI art that you guys saw on my Midjourney page, I turned it into a video. So it started with a video, and some of it is still weird looking, but sometimes you get some really good designs, all AI generated. All AI generated. Yeah. You just put motion to it using Sora. All right. Nope, these are not real people. Okay. Let me go over here to back to DCT. Let's see. Can I share this tab? There we go. So we got selling or self-publishing. Yes, we talk about self-publishing. And that thing really got me when I got over to Sora and saw that guy with that on a pigeon body. That's just too much. All right, so I'm going to trying to get into, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my Amazon. So I do have books that I've published on Amazon. All right, and we talk about that. Talk about publishing books on Amazon using AI. We also talk about selling digital downloads, YouTube tips for creatives, Suno AI music. This is AI. Let me get to it.
Welcome to DCT.
All right, so I wrote a theme song for DCT using Suno. Then we also talk TikTok tips. We have a free intro to ChatGPT course. We talk creating African American images because it's one of the hardest image or types of art to create. And then we also talk, or we have a place where people can bring in their courses. All right. We just added this today. So welcome to DCT. What is it? Problem log. So we have a support team. I just brought somebody over, a real person that will answer your questions in real time. All right. So instead of you guys trying to message me, there's one dedicated person. You talk to them and then they'll field everything to me if they cannot help. Then this is what else we're offering in the classroom. So go under DCT Accelerator. If you're part of DCT Accelerator, our advanced AI initiative, we are bringing over Hooked on AI. And what is Hooked on AI, you ask? It is using AI to write your patterns for crocheting. Yep. That's what we will be introducing to the community very soon. And we hope you guys decide to join. And once you become a member of DCT, you're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone once you join DCT. Never, ever, ever alone. Our calendar stays full. Our leaderboard stays active. One of the things about me in the community, I am a top 1% community builder on the entire school platform. All right. So I'm very serious about my ish, right? And I'm serious about my people. My people are people who once felt unseen, who have trauma, who's trying to figure out how to build a legacy. Those are my people. Women, mothers, veterans. All right. All right. So that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope that I helped you. I hope you decide to become a part of the DCT Fundamentals family. But if you choose not to, that's cool too. I'm still going to offer community content in a way that I know how. And as always, you can find the community content on my YouTube channel. If you head over to, let me go there, YouTube, share my screen. So my YouTube channel is Coco Twins on YT. It's Coco Twins on YT. And when you come over, this is what it looks like. And if you wanted to see all the community contributions I've made, they're here. They're here. All right. All right. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll holler at you later.